guys, Geraldine Ralph. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, I have an early childhood program in my home where I care for 6 little people under the age of 5. And today I am going to be sharing with you my setup for a dragon and unicorn tea party. So last week my kids were really interested in this teapot at the end of the week. They were using these little gems that I had set out on the light table to fill and transport the teacups and the teapot back and forth, and they were having a lot of fun with that. We've also been reading a lot of unicorn stories lately. The kids are really interested in that. One of my moms donated some unicorn stories to the kids. They're really into that, and so I thought this would be a great opportunity for us to create a tea party setup for the kids, a play provocation. So I was talking to the kids and said, hey, next week, would you guys like to do a unicorn tea party? Of course, the girls are jumping up and down. The guys are like, yeah, we're not really feeling that. So I thought, what other creature would be fun for my rambunctious boys that they would really enjoy? So that's when I came up with the idea of adding some dragons to the mix. So we're going to have a dragon and unicorn tea party this week. And what that actually means for me as a teacher, I'm going to be incorporating a lot of sensory activities for the kids, and we're going to be creating more dramatic play provocations for them to come up with their own ideas and extend the stories that we have been reading in our classroom. So I'm going to show you our setup today and show you some of the things that I collected for the kids over the weekend, talk about where I found the things that I have and how I sourced the materials for our activity. This is our setup. I actually have been changing our setup throughout the week. Every day I set up a few different things for the kids, add a little bit more. I find if I set everything up really early in the week and put out too many things, the kids get overwhelmed and their play is not as deep and they're not as engaged. So yesterday I had a different setup. Today I'm going to be setting up this activity. So we have these little flowers. This is part of a floral arranging project that we did a different day. I love this. This is something I found at a thrift store. I probably paid a couple dollars for it. It's awesome. It's nice and sturdy. Don't have to worry about anything getting broken with that. The kids can transport it all around. They love to fill this up. So we have this little teapot here. I love using ceramics with the kids, but I couldn't find a smaller ceramic teapot. And the teapot that I have that we're using for our projects that is actually ceramic is one that I borrowed from somebody else, so I don't want it to get ruined. So anyways, we're going to be using this, and this will be good for my younger kids. I have kids that are from the ages of 2 to 5, so we are going to set up a pouring activity with this later on today. We might actually even put out some watercolors so that they can change the color of the water and experiment with that. So over here we have our Melissa and Doug cookie set. The kids love this thing. We play with it all the time. This right here, guys, is what I found, and I really love it. I found it at the thrift store. I was looking for teapots that are little teacups that are this size, and I'm a stickler. I kind of wanted them to match. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I think it would be cool to have other teacups that don't match, but I just really wanted to have a little teacup caddy just like this, and I found it. It was only $5.80, and look at how perfect this is for the kids. I mean, it's got these little flames on it. It's got some, it's got some really cool details to it. And I love the fact that it's got this little tray here. So the kids can either use these little plates for, for eating, or they can put their teacup on it just like that. So that's going to be one of the fun activities for the kids. Right now I'm having it set up in our dramatic play area, but later on I'm going to set up a tray, and I'm going to have this little teapot for the younger kids. Yesterday, the bigger kids got to use the teapot, the bigger teapot, but today I wanted to set something up for the little ones. I didn't have time to work with them on that. So that will be one of their stations later on today. And then over here, we have a lot of amazing families in our program. I had mentioned last week that I wanted to do a unicorn dragon tea party, and one of my moms brought in this cute little banner. It says, "You are magical," and she brought that in. I was thinking I might even set up a little photo op for the kids, because I have a studio upstairs. So I might do something fun with that. But for right now, we just put it up here, and we have this adorable unicorn. I ended up finding her. She was on sale at Target for 30% off, so I got her for $10. We're going to use her later on. Right now, she's just a pinata, so you can actually stick candy inside of her. But I did talk to my kids. I said, I really don't want her to get destroyed. So we have to be gentle with her. So we're using her as part of our dramatic play. And again, this is a great opportunity for the kids to learn to be gentle with things and to learn that some things are fragile. And of course, I mean, it's a $10 pinata. If something happens to it, something happens to it. So over here, the boys, I'm really excited. One of my boys saw these. I showed him, I found them on Amazon, and I was like, oh, I'm ordering these for you guys for next week. So Ben is very excited. He wants the green one. He already called the green one. So he's going to come in today and he's going to get to see the dragons in action. But these are little dragon figurines. And the girls are going to be bringing in some unicorns. A lot of my girls have unicorns. Look for unicorns. I'm like, unicorns are ridiculously priced. I thought I was just going to be able to find like some little unicorns at the dollar store or something like that, or maybe find something on Amazon that would be fairly inexpensive. The dragons for this 5-pack, and I really love the quality of them. They're a little bit flexible. They have good detail. These were $15 or whatever, $14, $15. So that I felt like was very reasonable. It's something we'll use in our classroom later on down the road. Unicorns, I couldn't find any unicorns that had good detail and looked like they were of good quality. So I just, I put a call out to my parents and I was like, hey, if you have any unicorns laying around the house, if you could send them in, that would be amazing. I have this unicorn pinata over here. Otherwise it's going to be unicorn themed party. And I don't know if I'll have any unicorns, but yes, my girls came through and they brought us some unicorns yesterday. Another thing that I made for the kids are these fun little sensory bottles. Now, this was also part of what inspired the play, is that the kids were playing with these sensory bottles. I just made them and put them out on the table because I wanted to add some new sensory bottles to our light table. So we had these sensory bottles out. We have a bunch of them. We have purple. I got a bunch of glitter recently, so I thought, hey, this would be fun. And one of my boys loves green. Ben loves green, so I wanted to make this pretty green sensory bottle and add that to our play space. Another one of my moms, well, the same mom who sent in, Lisa, she sent in these for the kids too. So they're little, just paper plates, but I thought that would be fun to add to our little space. And over here, another thing that I found for the kids, I was thinking, what would unicorns eat? I asked the kids that question. So we were talking a little bit about that, and I'm going to show you the books that we have and how that conversation was inspired. But I found some Easter grass, some simple rainbow Easter grass. So we were calling this rainbow spaghetti yesterday, and we have some flowers to go in there because, you know, rainbows need to have, or unicorns need to have flowers. And then I have these gems right here. The kids use the gems to make dragon scale soup. They're all different colors, and we were talking about how dragon scale soup is magical. We were talking about how those glitter bottles have magic in them, and this is what the unicorns and dragons drink so that they can fly every day and fly around. We also have these gems. One of my moms brought these in. Katie brought these in for the kids. Her daughter is very much into glitter and all things girly, so she brought these in for her daughter, and then she brought these in for the boys, or whoever wants to use them, of course. But she just wanted the boys to feel like they were included because they were not feeling the unicorns originally. So anyways, I'm going to show you some of the books that we have over here to support, well, actually the books that we have that we were reading that started this whole project. Here, What Do Dragons Eat? It's a really cute book. It's got a little bite out of it. It's like a Hallmark book, and I'll just show you a few of the pages here. And this is really great because I have a couple of my little ones I'm really working on with my 2-year-olds, just working on language skills, of course. So we are just, you know, pointing out all the different things that the dragons eat and working on identifying all these words. So it's such a cute book. And then we talk about what are healthy foods, what are treats, and what are our favorite foods, and all those kinds of things. So that's the What Do Dragons Like to Eat? Then we have Uni the Unicorn. This is a cute little story about a little unicorn who believes in girls. So it's a kind of reverse on the fairy tale of girls believing in unicorns, or this little girl in this case. It's a story about a little girl. And the monster book, I don't know, they're just really into the monster book. Doesn't really have to do with unicorns, but everybody's been asking to read that one a lot lately. This book right here, Unicorn, is a really cute book, and it's a story about a unicorn who tries to fit in and tries to be a zebra, but she's not. We also brought this in because it has to do with food. And again, my kids have really been asking to read this, even my 5-year-olds. I'm kind of surprised because it's, you know, it's basically a letter book, but hey, it fits with the whole idea of the unicorn food storybooks. And then we have Goldilicious. The kids love Pinkalicious and Goldilicious. And there's a little tea party in here. It's a story about, whoops, Pinkalicious. Anyways, that concludes some of the stuff that we have today. I can, if you watch my Facebook page, you'll see all the different ways that we incorporate sensory play into this imaginative play in order to extend what the children's ideas are, what their perceptions of the books are, and to be able to give them more fun activities to expand their imagination. Anyways, thanks for stopping by. And if you'd like to see more content like this, make sure that you hit that like and subscribe button. I'd love to see you. I'd love to hear what you're doing in your classroom, or if you have any other ideas of ways to expand dragon play and unicorn play, make sure you leave us a note. Anyways, have a fabulous day. Thanks for stopping by. Pour it into one of the other cups. See if you can do it. You pour it into another cup, Cece. Pour it from one cup to the next. What if you pour the water from here to this cup? Can you do that? See if you can do it without spilling. Like what someone else is doing, you can say, please stop, I don't like that. You want to try some more?